So I decided that it would be about time to dig up my Afra potatoes. I mean, see, I've gone over to the dark side. That you have all these people just growing potatoes inside sort of bins. And I thought, I'll just be really radical, really revolutionary, and just try something new, like growing potatoes straight in the ground, just to see what type of results I've got. And this Afra potato, it seems to be a really good producer. I was getting on average, I would say about 14 potatoes from one shaw. I'm doing the old Brendan sift there to see if I can get some more, but this soil is really good. We live on something called the Salpo cellar, and it's the soil in this area is just so friable and easy to dig, and no clay and nothing. And here's another one. These potatoes are just so clean and so good looking that in Finland we've had the most horrible summer in memory. This is the first day that it hasn't rained in about 2 weeks. You can see the earth is really sort of brown and still soaking. And I wanted to get them out of the ground before sort of scabs appeared on them, because that's what seems to happen if you leave them on the ground too long. And I was really happy with these Afra, but it's a floury potato that and really good for making roast potatoes or mash. And you can see there's lots of weeds there as well, but this is the type of haul that you get when you drag them out of the ground. Just about 14 potatoes to each shaw. Just shaking them away there. I suppose that some people, they are afraid of slugs and snails and things like that getting into their potatoes and eating them. That's why they grow them in bins, so they don't have that problem. Yeah, look at that. A beauty potato, and I've just pierced it right through. Ah! That's just horrible. That's what happens sometimes if you go in too close. So this is the next one. So that's about what, this is my fourth one I'm taking up now. And every single shaw is tremendous. It's a really great potato for production and flavour as well. But with my Asterix, the red potato, I was only getting about 7 potatoes per shaw. They were nice as well. But these Afra are a great producer. So if you're looking for a potato that gives good results, then I would really highly recommend this one. But, and it's not even a seed potato. I went into the shop and bought a bag of Afra, sprouted them down in the cellar in the springtime, and shop bought potatoes, not seed potatoes, sprouted them, and no troubles germinating. Sometimes when they sell potatoes in the shops, they put on some sort of chemical to stop it from sprouting, but there wasn't anything like that on these ones, and they were just perfect. That pure sort of clean skins, on them. So I think I got them just at the right time. If I'd left them any longer, then they might have developed scab. I think it's some actinomyces bacteria that is responsible for creating that scab on the potatoes. So that's about it for the Afra, and really beautiful, really pleased with the harvest. So that's what they look like. I collected them all up and put them inside this little blue box, plastic box. I think it's a mushroom box I got from the supermarket, and took it down to the bathroom where there was some bathroom scales, and put it on. And I was really surprised that I got 10 kilos of Afra from all the plants that I dug up, and really good quality. So I was happy with that. So this is the final haul of the Afra potato. They look excellent, both in size and also in texture. Very, very clean, and I was very happy with them. So there's quite a lot of good eating there, and I would recommend it as a potato to grow for just the amount that you get. And another shot of my muscular legs. Here we are digging up a gourmet potato, which is called Lapin Puikula. It's Lapin, it comes from Lapland. It's also known as an almond potato, Manteli perona, over in Sweden. And they have this sort of, or fingerling potatoes, that's another name for them. But they've got this sort of strange, what would I say, pear shape, oval shape. And in Finland they're considered a delicacy. If there ever is a potato which is a delicacy, then it's Lapin Puikula. They're perhaps the most expensive potato you can buy in the shops. I remember I had an allotment down in Espoonlahti, and there were very many refugees and foreigners, people from Iraq and Iran and Afghanistan and Cambodia and Vietnam, and they were all growing stuff from their homeland, and they could never ever understand why I was growing potatoes. Potatoes are just so cheap in the shops that why would you want to grow potatoes? You want to grow stuff that's expensive, and they had some exotic greens and vegetables and salad leaves that I suppose it reminded them of home. And that's the type of stuff that they grew in their gardens, and the commoner garden potato was just something you can get for about 50 cents a kilo down in the supermarket, so they didn't consider it worthwhile sort of growing them. But for me, I think that growing a traditional Finnish potato, which is considered to be rather delicate in flavour, it's always a worthwhile experiment to try it and do it. And since I'm down here in central Finland, rather up in the north where you have the midnight sun, I was never ever sure that I would get a good harvest from them. They're small, but I was getting about 14 potatoes per shaw. And they're a little bit floury, and you've got to be careful if you're boiling them. that they don't break, but they're an excellent potato to grow. So there they are, Lapin Puikula. Good.